Yes, welcome again. I don't know what is happening, but I think this time round we'll get some sound. Let me see. Let me see what is happening. Let me see what is happening. Yes, the sound is clear now, very clear, and even the pixels have come out very loud and good, and good, and good, and good. Yes, welcome to the channel again. There was a default problem, but it's sorted right now. It is sorted right now. I think we were talking about last week's topics. We talked about the cholesterol. That remember what we were talking about? We were talking about cholesterol of last week, and we said cholesterols are several in the body. We went all through the three cholesterols. See, sometimes internet can frustrate you at times. Yes, yes, yes. We went through the cholesterols and we talked much about how our body manufactures them. You see, today it's just an overview. If anyone has a question who needs to be clarified and to be told what to do or any other question, it's a weekend. So that next week we start on another topic. In life, there are so many things that you see when you are having good health. It means your body is not having just the good health, but it has the immunity of fighting things that are coming in your body, and also it has the capacity of removing the things that are toxic. Because every time you personally you do something, your body is continuously, when you eat, when you drink, your body is continuously removing the waste and keeping what it can help you. So sometimes when we can live without medication, it's so important. And that's why you saw at the topic we had the of this week, cholesterols of the body. There are several cholesterols of the body, but there, you remember there is the one like HDL, which is a cholesterol that helps you see. We talked about them, and we saw the bad ones. And even the bad cholesterol we talked about, it still has got its work. So in life, it's all about balance. What is not excess, what is excess, what cannot be done so much, so that you maintain the normal capacity of the body. And we saw even there are foods that we eat and they can help us do away with the bad cholesterol, and some that can bring the same bad cholesterol. So it is important in that we maintain life as it is by using the normal things that we have in life. Like if you go to a hospital, our topic this week was about cholesterol, and you are told you have high levels of cholesterol, the good cholesterol, you'll feel nice. Now that we know it, we don't have just the lipids, we have bad cholesterol and good cholesterol. So you will feel nice and feel, wow, I have the good cholesterol. But the negative issues that the good cholesterol comes with, you will not understand. We saw we have the bad cholesterol, and you saw how they limit our life. Imagine you just having the bad cholesterol, and then you end up having stroke, and you know what stroke can do in your life. Stroke can destroy your life forever. You don't have any movement. You see, high carbohydrates, the food we eat, you saw how they can impact our life. So it is very important to limit what we eat, and sometimes even to know what uh, to wait a minute. If there is no sound again, please let me hear you out, because sometimes sound. I had to end the broadcast because let not yes, I had to end the okay, so I had to end the broadcast because of some issues, technical issues. So if you're not getting me right, it's important you tell me so that I can streamline. Let me see. I'm creating some. See, select existing recap. Yes, select. Yes. That is it. So we saw, or we are continuing, and I've said, if you've not understood anything this week, please let me know so that we can interact and see. Today is the day of questions. Mhm. Let's see, dear son, this one. Let's see. We see what we can do today. I just am here just to get random medical questions, and if it is a question that comes from what we were discussing, it's also the better. See, it's also the better. Let me see. Later one. I'm trying to share some images, but I think there is a problem with. Okay, I think it will be a problem to share it, because it was important I start streaming with this one. Remove it now. Good. Okay, now we've talked about the medical issues that we were talking about the bad cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and the HDL, and how primarily they can affect you as a whole. And now you already know what to do when you have these problems. It's very important to have a knowledge that at times before you go to hospital, you already know what to do. Like you see, uh, it's important when share this. It's important when you're going to a hospital to get some medication. You see, uh, see this. Today is a very random day, not planned, but I'm just here. If there is anyone who has any question according to our topic that ended last time, at least you can ask, and you can get your, because sometimes you can go through these topics and you're not understanding something, and see, it's important to sometimes this uh, to interact and to know what to do is very important at times. So that is what we are doing today. Just interaction. It's very important as interaction as I do. Maybe some things here that I see can bring problems on streaming. I don't know if it is the net which is down or so, but it's corrected that. Yes, we were talking about the effects of having good cholesterol, bad cholesterol, and balancing them. So we said the body has a way of balancing all these cholesterols by itself. You see, the body has a way of balancing these cholesterols. It's not just a matter of you taking food and raising the cholesterol. No, sometimes people have their own problems, and we even so, some a person can have a problems with cholesterols genetically. You were born in your family with a problem of handling the cholesterol. So when you go to the doctor you with high hypertension, they say that your BPs are high, and in really sense, it is not the BPs or the cholesterols. You find that there is a genetic makeup in you, mostly in the liver. Maybe there is an enzyme that is low, like the enzyme we saw, HANB, that makes your cholesterol go down, and you don't know. So you are put on medication. You are always put on medications that you are not supposed to be on. It is important not to ignore this. It's important to share to your doctor, and if your the doctor is not understanding, he or she will send you to the other level. But now the basic things that you really need to know is you have good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol. And you see, we say that if you have the good cholesterol, even the bad cholesterol can be high. So chances of balancing the cholesterol in your body depends on your capability of your body. The other thing we said is the bad cholesterol is not the bad cholesterol is not meant. Let me say not meant. It's not manufactured in your liver. That one you saw, and we said it is important to know the foods you can eat so that you can remove this bad cholesterol or get the good cholesterol. Imagine sometimes you get stroke because of cholesterol. You get ischemia. Sometimes, let me see, if in my hand, I was trying to upload some documents so that the people can see and you can see for yourself. Let's say that cholesterol is here and it's blocking a vein that is serving this little finger here. You see, this little finger can die because if cholesterol is blocking blood from getting to your end, it means your tissues, your organs, and the little finger that I've said, maybe it's not getting oxygen because oxygen is carried by the red blood cells. You see, so when it's not getting oxygen, what do we do? It dies. So you see, it's very important to have this knowledge, and because I've got so many information, and some people have gone to hospital and they say that I was in the hospital, and I was told my cholesterols are high. Mm. So you ask someone which type of cholesterol. He said, no, I was not told which type of cholesterol. I was just told my cholesterols are high. So when you do the lipid profile, because it is called the lipid profile, sometimes you even find the bad cholesterol is low and the good cholesterol is high. So what do you do as a doctor? And this person was given medication. He was given the statins, the one that we say they bring down the cholesterol. So what do you do as a doctor? You stop the medication and you advise this person nutritionally. You see, it's important to know these things so that you cannot interfere normal working of your body. You see, and you see, we said there was a question that someone asked. It was Jamaican uncle asked on the platform, and he categorically asked if your cholesterol if your cholesterols are good, is there any chances of you getting high blood pressure? Hmm? He asked that question, and I said yes, there are so many chances of getting high blood pressure. Why? Because you know one we talked about how high blood pressure comes, and it's not only from cholesterol. Other problems can bring high blood pressure. You see, associated diseases of the kidneys, heart diseases, and sometimes you can get problems of your veins. Genetic problems can bring high blood pressure. So you don't rule out that it's only cholesterol that is bringing out this high blood pressure. At times, it's good to know how to start, because before you go to the hospital, you need to know what is the symptom behind what I'm facing. Because now, let's say if you have the bad cholesterol causing, you remember we talked about what the bad cholesterol can cause. It can cause your veins to be stiff. Hmm? It can cause something called atherosclerosis. So atherosclerosis comes again with numbness. Sometimes you feel numb on your fingers. You feel numb on your toes. You get it? So this one is a very nice topic that you really need to understand. And these symptoms, they are shared between some things. Mm. High cholesterol blocking your veins, you feel your feet is swelling, even some things can cause. So you don't overrule. It's very important to go to hospital to be checked. At times when you find that your cholesterols are high, there are so many other other tests that they can do. You see, there is like in your leg on your leg, if the cholesterols are blocking the cholesterols are blocking the veins, what can happen after they have done the lipid test to find the cholesterols? The next thing they do is they do Doppler's ultrasound. A Doppler's ultrasound is an imaging process. It's an ultrasound. It shows where the the blockages are. See, very important to check out these things, and even discuss with your medical doctor to know what to do. Some you may find that people are used and they have been given statins and they are told that you will take those statins for life. Hmm? If a person tells you that, you should now overrule that and tell this person that I think I know I should not take these statins for life. You see, some people take drugs, hypertensive drugs, because of not knowing, lack of technical know-how. Why? Because you may be having problems with enzymes, for which if it is corrected, you can be okay. But now, because you ignored and you said, the doctor said, you continue taking, and the more you take, the more what happens, the more you get, the kidney suffers, because it is taking so much, me, me with this, it is taking so much drugs and metabolizing so much drugs. And you see, this is a big problem to more drugs that are being metabolized in the kidney may end up, uh, you may end up getting kidney failure. You see, so please, if you are watching me or you watch this video afterwards, go through the videos that we've talked about cholesterol, and and make sure you if you save someone by sharing, because so many people are taking drugs that they are not supposed to be taking, and you saw it. You saw so many people are taking drugs that are not supposed to be taking. It is important we help each other to by spreading the message. Imagine now we know that cholesterol, they are synthesized by the liver, and they don't come because of what we eat. You understand? People thought that when we are eating a lot of sugars, when a lot of carbohydrates, when you are eating, let me see, when you are eating a lot of carbohydrates, that's where you get more cholesterol. But now you've seen that cholesterol, whatever you eat, is just a catalyst. And you remember how what I said a catalyst is. A catalyst is something that comes in to help something to happen, but it does not take the scene itself. You get it? It does not produce anything. So when you take carbohydrates in turn, carbohydrates have got something called acetyl CoA. Acetyl CoA. And you see, acetyl CoA, what it does, it binds to NADP CoA, and there is an enzyme which binds them. And when it binds them, what happens when it binds them? You start having the cholesterol. Now, it's important now to know to follow up with these topics. Yes, hello Benjamin, happy weekend. Yes, Marcia, good weekend it is. Today we are just talking randomly at Marcia. At Marcia, we are just talking randomly. Marcia. We are just talking randomly, and if anyone has any question to ask, because it was not any topic today, it's a weekend, and I'm still in office working. So I just wanted to talk to people, and if they have any question, they can ask about the cholesterol. You see, so it is important to move slow, to learn, to share, help a person out there. People sometimes get, like last week, was being called because someone wants to get a stent, a drainage stent in the brain. And maybe, you see, maybe this stent, it was not because of a tumor. Maybe it was because of cholesterol blockage. So when you go inside the brain and you want to get to it, you find that you are not getting through a tumor. It's a cholesterol blockage. And technical know-how of these things is very important, because you can also help your doctor to reason. Some doctors may be so busy, and at times they overrule some little things that we, as the people, we know. So you've seen how hypertension can come, through cholesterol, and through what we eat, to go to excite the liver, and it produces some things in normally in life. We eat a lot of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. And people say that when you are used to junk food, you get a lot of weight. There are some junk foods that cannot give you weight. The junk food that can give you a lot of weight so fast is there are those that are rich in carbohydrates. Let's see junk foods. Junk foods that are in the market right now are chips and pizzas and what else? What else? Please remind me junk foods that people eat. The street kebabs. Those are the junk foods that are in the market. And if you look at all those junks, they are sweet because they have carbs, carbohydrates. The what they use to prepare these foods is carbohydrates. And we saw when you eat a lot of carbs, what happens when you eat a lot of carbohydrates? Most of carbohydrates that you eat, they start to absorb from your mouth and they spike your sugars. When your sugars are high, what happens? They are turned into a glycogen. They are turned into glycogen because of insulin. So when they are turned into glycogen, what happens when they are turned into glycogen? They are stored in the liver. So when they are stored in the liver, more glycogen there is a limit where glycogen can be stored. So they are turned into glycerols. Glycerols are cholesterols that come into your skin. You saw we talked about how your skin stores triglycerides, which are cholesterols. And then you continue becoming big and big and big. And the more you become big, what happens? More arteriosclerosis. You start having hypertension because the bad cholesterol is doing what? Is sedimenting in your blood. And the good cholesterol, most of the time, becomes so little that it cannot clear the bad cholesterol. So your veins and arteries become stiff. So when your veins and arteries become stiff, what happens? Hypertension knocks in. You start getting hypertensive drugs. You get it? So it's very important to limit the amount of carbohydrates that you take. It's very important to limit the amount of carbohydrates that you can take because you have seen every carbohydrate that you are taking ends up to be some cholesterol that are stored in your body, either as LDL, the bad cholesterol, or the triglycerides, which are stored under the skin. And you see, the problem is carbohydrates are sweet. And people always say, people with the sweet tooth, people who like the sweet tooth. It's very important to check on these matters because it's a matter that has taken so many people to the grave. Everything that we take, like alcohol, we take some beer, we go to the occasions, we eat a lot of carbs. In Kenya, we call them chapatis. Some in Asian countries, they call them rotis. Sweet potatoes bad for you. And too much sweet potatoes bad for you. Sweet potatoes are, yes, Marcia, sweet potatoes are still starch. When we talk about starch, starch is the main component that gives us carbohydrates. Starch is the main component that gives us carbohydrates. So it's very important to limit most carbohydrates. And most, if there is a nutritional diet that is called keto diet. If you are so big and you want to cut your weight, some people do keto diet whereby you take only protein. There's someone who asked me why, when I did the keto diet, I was feeling so much dizzy, and at times I couldn't even do work. It's because the proteins that you are taking are not giving you energy the way you are supposed to be given. So anything that has got starch That one, anything like potatoes, Marcia, that one is a direct line that will give you carbohydrates, and you've seen the end product of carbohydrates. So if you are big and you want to cut your weight down to slim a bit, you do keto diet, you do proteins, you do meat. Meat, you are always on meat and some beans, because beans have got some carbohydrates. So you will cut weight slowly by slowly. But when you want to cut weight and you are doing carbohydrates, my friend, that one will be a problem, because you cannot cut weight and you are still giving your body more sugars. People ask, why do people who take meat and alcohol have big stomachs? The alcohol itself that you are taking is fruitful, fruitful or a junk of carbohydrates. And you saw the alcohol produces more triglycerides that go to be stored under your bellies. You get it? So it's very nice to look at these issues and balance what you are taking and what you should not take a lot. All these things that we take are important to our bodies, but with limits. With limits. The purpose of these talks that I do online is to enlighten the people. It's just to enlighten people to know what to do. Can too much carbohydrates cause headaches? Too much carbohydrates cannot cause headaches. But if you do, I'm answering Marcia Thompson, too much carbohydrates cannot cause headaches. But if you do a lot of carbohydrates over time, you are always on junk food that are made of carbohydrates and fluids that are carbohydrates and ugali and pap, they will in turn be glycerols and they may cause hypertension the way we have, but that is over a time. If you have taken them over time, they will cause these problems. But too much for once, you will get constipation. If you take a lot of chapatis, chapatis are called rotis in Asian countries. If you take a lot of chapatis, the next thing you get is constipation. So we know how to balance these foods. We know how to balance these foods. Just like I've said, if you are slim, you see there are some people that are slim genetically and they want to gain weight. They eat a lot of carbohydrates and they are not gaining weight. Rich Shiku, greetings Benjamin, registering my presence and listening keenly. Thanks a lot, Richie. But if you today is a question time. If you have any question, you just ask a question that you need. Any medical question that you think I can answer, you can ask. I don't eat too much, mostly sweet potatoes, no flour, rice, yam, just a little. Yes, that is what it's supposed to be. Just a little. It's just a little potatoes, some rice, and you add some proteins. Proteins, they are bodybuilding food. Carbohydrates, they give us energy. Mm. So you reduce the amount of carbohydrates that you take, but they cannot give you headaches. Maybe over time, the after effect can be headaches, because now when you get headaches, it means you have gone to another stage. To another stage. Diseases share symptoms. Diseases share symptoms, and it's not good to overrule that. It's not good to overrule that I'm suffering from cholesterol because I have this and that side. It's good to go to a hospital, you see a doctor, you be checked and be told your problem is this because of ABCD. Sometimes you can overrule, I'm suffering from this because I have these symptoms. But when you go to a hospital, they come and find that totally it's a different thing, a totally different thing. So let's always go to the hospital. In my country, most of the people prefer to go to get medication over the counter, which is very bad. It is very bad. You may be treating yourself while increasing the problems. Yes, and you saw, but I'm still on the matter of. I'm still talking about the matter of antidote and no detox and antioxidant. Detox and antioxidant. Please, if you have not understood what detoxing is and antioxidants are, please go to the previous videos and learn, because so much people confuse between detox and antioxidants. Mhm. It is very important to check on these things and learn and know what to do, because nowadays I've seen there are so many things in the market. There are so many things in the market written detoxing. Hmm? They even don't know what detoxing is. There is a very big difference between detoxing and antioxidant. We saw in a human body, the only thing that does the work of detoxing is the liver. There is no any other product that you can take. And Jamaican uncle, greetings to you, Dr. Ben. Uncle is here, although he has come as we are leaving. It's already more than 30 minutes. Greetings, uncle. Today is just a question and answer session. I have like 2-3 minutes question and answer session. You see, there is a big difference. Sorry, I was on the phone with Ridley. Say hi to Ridley. Yes, I'm saying there is a very big difference between detoxing and antioxidant. So, detoxing is detoxing is breaking down something to something that cannot harm you. That is detoxing. And yes, Ridley, welcome to the platform. Although it's just some minutes before I leave, it's okay. But if you may have any question for today before I leave, it's Uncle I've seen is here. If morning everyone joining. Yes, if you may have any question, it is important to ask, even if it is not on the topic. No, we have said the liver in your body, everything you eat, drink, goes to your liver and it's broken down. The first stage is being neutralized to something that cannot be toxic to your body. And then the second thing the liver does is to change that thing into water soluble thing so that it can be absorbed to help your body or to be removed. Anything that is not water soluble cannot be removed in your body because it's only urine and feces, and those ones are uh, are and those ones are water soluble. So that is the work of the liver, and that is what is called detoxing. Change into something that is not toxic, and then kish kish. Sweet potato is good for person who are anemic. Kish kish. Where Tell us how sweet potato is good to persons who are anemic, please. Hello, Dr. Ben. Welcome, welcome, Kish Kish. Kish Kish is telling us sweet potato is good for persons who are anemic. Anemia is the topic of next week. Kish Kish, I will tell you anything that increases iron in your body is important for your body. You get it? So next week we will learn on how. Please, if you have not liked the video, please, we are many. Please like it so that more people can get impression. Just like the video, more people to get impression and share it also. So Kish Kish, next week we'll be talking about anemia. We will see some things that can make you be. Yes, Eda, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. We will see some things that can make you have the the blood that you are saying, the red blood cell. And you know, blood is made from your long bones. Blood is made from your long bones, the femur and the arms. And then we have another thing called erythropoietin. Your kidneys help in blood manufacturing. Hmm? Your kidneys help in blood manufacturing. We will see next week how to these things are manufactured. Tomorrow is a Sunday. If we have time, we will introduce the topic. But on Monday, we will start the topic anemia. I'm very sure the topics of this week, so many people have got help, and I thank God for everyone who has been for support on that topic. And I'm still saying, let me give like 2 minutes before I go. If you have bitter goods for cleaning up blood, bitters good for cleaning up blood. Really, we will see in medicine. This is for Ridley. I really respect our grandfathers, but in medical terms, the only thing that filters blood and cleans blood is the liver and the kidney. And then there are antioxidants, the one we saw, the vitamins A, B, C, those vitamins, they help to something called oxidation. So if you have ever been told this fruit will clean your blood, that person was wrong medically. There is nothing that can clean your blood, but the kidney and the liver can work to make your blood have the components that they need for to sustain your life. That is what I know. There are some very many myths and talks out there about cleaning blood. Cleaning blood is just a word, but there are so many things with the body does to filter. The kidney does to filter the body. Whatever you eat, it helps you nutritionally. Whatever you eat helps you nutritionally. So I have 2 minutes. Anyone with any question? Anyone who feels that he or she has a question? I've already answered a question from. I've already answered a question from Marcia. Marcia, yes. And Kish Kish has told us the sweet potatoes, they add blood. We will see next week if it's true. And then we have seen bitters good for cleaning up blood. That comes from Ridley. We will see next week, because this thing about the blood is the main component of life. It even in medicine, it is called a tissue. Blood is a tissue by itself. So next week we will see how blood helps us, and how nutritionally, how you yourself, if you have issue, you are sick or what, you can keep on having good blood in your system that will make you do what? Survive well and continue to live well. That is a topic that is coming from Monday. So if you have any question that you think is private, if you think it's private, I always put there my 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 email address, okwesh@yahoo.com. I always put there my email address so that you can ask there by your question. But if you are in Kenya and you really need to meet me personally, you can always make a call. You just email me, send your number, you'll be given a call on when you can see me and we can talk. Seeing a doctor does not mean you are sick. Seeing a doctor does not mean you are sick. You can just go to see a doctor for a talk, a normal talk, so that you maybe want to know some things. People confuse of going to a doctor, you must be sick. No, many people see me when they are not sick. They just come, we talk mental issues, we talk normal issues, and then someone goes on well. So thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, please do it. Share to the other people, and like the video too, so that I can get more impressions and reach more people. You know, when you like a video on YouTube, when you like a video, more people get the impression on their phone, and then they may follow up. You get it? So please, let's continue support. I thank everyone who has been on the platform. Jamaican Uncle is, I think, is having a premiere right now. You can go to the channel, like his videos here, support Jamaican Uncle, support Ridley. I can see several people here. Support, they are doing some good work on YouTube too. Just as you found me on YouTube, they are on YouTube, and you can get more from their work. Have a good day. If we will not meet tomorrow, I will meet on Monday, and we have said our topic will be anemia. Be blessed. May God bless you so much wherever you are. Always thank God for life and love everyone. Nice day. Be blessed.